My name is Lizzie. Each fortnight I'm bringing along a different origami fold, and that's to encourage you to take time out for yourself, that self-care time. And I just find origami is a beautiful way to give yourself that time, forget everything else, get absorbed, lost in folding, and make something very beautiful for yourself. And maybe make definitely a piece for yourself, and then maybe make gifts for others. It's all about it all comes from a very much a gift culture of giving thanks and giving gratitude to each other and making others smile, and that can only be a good thing, and it will also cheer you up too. It's all about well-being, and this is a very practical way of doing that. So all of these films are dedicated to my colleagues at UCH Hospital in London, as well as to patients, but they're for everybody. And this week I wanted to share with you, I just think, such a gorgeous fold to make a lotus. Now, very early on in the pandemic, I did share this. It's traditional, but I shared it with paper. And actually, I have to say, tissue or kitchen roll is so much better. And so I really wanted to share this with you again, using this different material. And this has been something I've been doing in the wards recently, so I thought it'd be nice to share. And we've all just looked at it with such wonder. It really captures a beauty of a new flower that's emerged, and it's a whole different experience actually using kitchen roll or tissue paper. Obviously you could use a napkin. This is napkin folding as well, but I hope this will delight you as much as it does me. So grab yourself either a piece of kitchen roll. Mine comes in squares already, and I rather like the patterns on it. Or you could grab a tissue. They're usually square. I prefer the kitchen roll actually. So I will show you from this. If it's not square, then you'll have to maybe make a square. Definitely make a square. But in this case, I'm very lucky because it's already there as a square. So I'm all ready to go. So find yourself that square tissue or kitchen roll. Here goes. So, right, and it's, as I said, it's quite different actually doing this. So I'm going to just fold it firstly in half, make a rectangle, and it's nice because it just feels very soft. And actually I love these marks that happen to be on our paper. Feels so nice. You've got a whole different feel going on here to paper. It's much softer, and it's amazing this will produce a flower because it feels so soft and wobbly. I've done one horizontal line. I've just twisted it around. I'm going to do the other horizontal or vertical line. So just divided it into squares so far. Nice and simple. There we go. So my next step is to take each corner and bring it to the middle. So it's a bit like the fortune teller, squashing the sides. It's a bit harder for me to do up in the air because it's so soft. It will start to unravel quite easily, so I would do it on a solid surface as I'm doing. There we go. Well, I hope if you're joining me with your tissue or kitchen roll that you're just enjoying the soft feeling of this. It's a very peaceful fold, and I think a lotus is such a lovely symbol of peace. I think we're all needing peace in these times more than ever. Can you see it all pings up? So it's got a life of its own, but it's quite fun if you enjoy the bounciness of it. So I've now brought all the corners into the middle. Now we're going to do the same thing again. So we're going to take the outside corners to the middle. And when we do start to sort of unfold, really, we will find first of all a lily, and then it becomes a lotus. There we go. And this is traditional, so passed on through generations in Japan. It's lovely to think represents time with loved ones and conversation and a little bit of fun together, and it's been remembered, passed on with care. That's what I love about origami, that continuity, the culture, the sharing. There we go, the community. So our next step is to turn it over. It's to the smooth side now. And it's so simple. We're going to do the same thing again, the outside corners to the middle. So bringing it over. Again, you're probably going to have to sort of hold it all down as you go along. So doing each corner. Wondering how accurate mine is, but be kind on yourself. Just do your best. That's it. Then I'm having to sort of keep it closed as I go along. There we go. last side. There we go. And actually, if you saw the thumbnail picture for this film, it's actually with paper, lots of colourful pieces of paper. And it was actually with nurses just before the pandemic struck London. And we all wondered what was coming ahead. And we just created that little moment of peace for ourselves. We use paper, and I have to say in most cases it tears at the side, so it's always been a point if you can make something lovely but it almost always tears, which is a bit disappointing. It's kind of funny, but it's kind of a bit disappointing. This is much better, so that's why I felt it was worth showing you again, but with tissue, kitchen roll, and encouraging you to give it a go because it's a delight. I'm holding it together because otherwise it all pings up, so I'm holding it together. So our next step is to take each corner, all the brightness, is take each corner and just fold it in, so it's just a little bit like this on each corner. That's it. Bit of a guesstimate. But actually I love it. These corners are vital for it not to come undone. It's amazing. These little folds are enough for it to be a stable structure. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. From just a little simple piece of material. There we go. Right, we're ready to unfold our lily first of all, and then it will become a lotus. So as it is now, in a moment what I will be doing is putting my finger underneath sort of that bit, and at the very back, can you see there's a flap? Now what I'll be doing is I'll be holding this, and I'm going to grab the flap at the back, and I'm going to hold that there, and I'm going to bring this over and up, and there it just stays really nicely. Now if this was paper, it probably would have ripped at the sides because paper's not quite as flexible as this. So I'm going to do that for each of them. So I'm going to hold my finger there, and then at the back I'm able to grab this and bring it over, and it sort of curves up and over, making a beautiful structure. There we go, next one, same thing again, at the back, grabbing that. Hopefully you're discovering this. The great thing is it's so soft, there's no tearing going on, and that's why I really wanted to show you. Going there. Also, I just think it takes on a lovely, you'll see it takes on a lovely curve, like a natural flower. It just holds the stress differently, I think, to paper. So at the moment it will just about stay, and it looks like a lily, which is beautiful, but we can make it even more beautiful, I think. So if you turn around on the back, can you see there's even more little flaps? And all you need to do is just pick up each one and pull it to the front. You're taking each of these and pulling it up to the front each time, bringing the back forward, and it just curves in such a delightful way. One last one, bring it up. Now on the back you can even see it's become a nice little round curvy structure, and on the front, look at that, it's so beautiful. You've even got this sort of a swell and a change of shape there, so beautiful. So just ponder how incredible it is with just that tissue or kitchen roll. You can create something which really does feel like a moment of nature, of a beautiful flower, beautiful lotus that will open up. And also, if you want to, shall I show you this? It's of course reusable, because you can just pull it apart if ever you wanted to just use it as a napkin. So I'm going to do that. I can make lots of them, so there you go. So you can use that paper again as a piece of kitchen roll. There we go, it's all gone again. So here's one I made earlier. But I hope you've enjoyed that. It's a delightful fold. Also, I've done this as well for friends coming round. If you have a special meal with friends, and you can fold those little napkins this way, and it looks so beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you. Bye bye.